is that game one of the World Series. For the first time, two rookies start game one of the Fall Classic. Justin Verlander shows no nerves. In the top of the first, gets Albert Pujols on a mean hook. Bottom one, Tigers. Showing they have no rust from their long layoff. Carlos Guillen to right. Craig Monroe scores, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead in game one of the World Series. Next batter, Pudge, looking to add to that lead. Rodriguez flares one towards center. Ronnie Belliard is there, so the Tigers only get one in the first. To the second. Verlander to Roland, gone. It was soft, and it was up, and it is out. Cardinals tie the game at 1. He must have been sitting soft. Third inning, runner on second. Chris Duncan. They try to go away, and they do, but it's up. And Duncan's able to pull the ball down the line. And the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead as Yadier Molina scores. First base is open, 2 outs. Textbook situation. You walk someone like Albert Pujols. Apparently the manager is also rusty. That is gone. 2-run homer. Third of the postseason for Pujols. It's 4-1. Verlander smiles. He won't be smiling for long. 5th inning. Back to Reyes. Oh, beautiful changeup to Brandon Inge.
Got to be the Sox.
Heat to Santiago. 13 straight, he retires to the 6th. What is Justin Verlander doing? Trying to pick off Albert Pujols. Bad hammy, and oh, he ain't going anywhere. Pujols goes to third. Same AB, Jim Edmonds. That's a base hit to right. Pujols can walk home. Cardinals, more insurance, 5-1. Next batter, Roland. Again, the ball is up, and Roland sends it down the line. One hopper, that's a double. Second and third, Juan Encarnacion. Nobody out here in the 6th. It goes to Inge. Awful hop. He throws home. Aggressive play, not the right one. A run will score, and then another run will score. Why? Because of obstruction. There's one run. You see? Rounding third. That's obstruction by Brandon Inge, the third baseman. So Roland, after he snaps his head back on the turf, you see right away, he is awarded home plate because of the obstruction, and the Cardinals take a 7-1 lead. Bottom 6 now. Polanco, Eckstein. 16 in a row, retired by the rookie in game one of the World Series. To the 7th. Tigers trying for a miracle comeback. 6-run game. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a 4-run game with that 2-run homer, but no. It is the Cardinals' night. Pudge. Not long enough. And then Sean Casey. Harmless pop-up to Ronnie Belliard, whose throw is all outs in game one. 19 of 20 through 7 by Reyes. He retires. To the 9th. Oh, boy. He got all that one. Craig Monroe. Right on the screws. It's 7-2 right away. Tony La Russa, he's not going to waste any time. Get him out of there while he still has good feelings. 8 innings, 4 hits, 4 Ks, 2 earned. Braden Looper comes in to clean it up. And the Cardinals take game one, 7-2, as the rookie gets it done. Anthony Reyes out, pitches his rookie counterpart, Justin Verlander. But let's go back to the situation with Albert Pujols. First base open, 2 outs. It's a 2-1 game in the third. Jim Leyland, why pitch Albert Pujols?
I'll just leave that at this. The manager's decision is to either pitch to him or walk him, and I pitched to him, and obviously he burned us. So I'm not going to get into a lot of explanation about what the thinking was, but I take the bullet there, and you just, you know, if somebody gives criticism, you accept it.
We got a guy behind me. If they decide to pitch around me, I know that those guys can drive it in, and you know, I just go out there and just try to see the ball and put a good swing, and that's what I did.
If I've got an arm like Verlander, or whether I'm the pitcher, the catcher, or the manager, I mean, what did he do the first time he faced him? Punch him. What did he do the next time? I mean, you know, he walked him. The guy behind him got 2 hits tonight, and you know, and Jim is very aware that, in fact, both of the guys behind him got 2 hits. So, you know, that's part of our strength. I mean, Albert's very dangerous, but these 2 guys, when they're swinging, and they're swinging well now, be careful.
The Cardinals' big three of Albert Pujols, Jim Edmonds, and Scott Rowland did not fare well against the Boston Red Sox in the 2004 World Series. Curt Schilling, Tim Wakefield, Pedro Martinez, Derek Lowe really shut them down. They combined for only 6 hits and 1 RBI in the Red Sox 4-game sweep. Saturday night, Game 1 against the Tigers, they were 5 for 11 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. With much more on Game 1 of the World Series, Carl Ravitch and the Baseball Tonight crew at Comerica.
When all was said and done, as Kenny Rogers went after what is becoming an incredibly perfect run for him in the postseason. He hadn't given up an earned run yet. He's 41. He's the 3rd oldest to start a World Series game. He comes out the top of the 1st. Lo and behold, there's some substance on his hand. Almost looked like he'd been slimed. With 2 on and 2 out in the 1st, Rogers gets Juan Encarnacion to ground weakly. Back to him. Nobody feels their position better than Kenny. Easy play at first. Out of the inning. 16 straight scoreless postseason innings. Jeff Weaver struggled with the Yankees in the 0-3. Uh-oh.
See you later.
What appeared to be a meaningless home run in Game 1 wasn't. It gave him a little momentum here.
Well, it gave him tremendous momentum, Carl. You know, it didn't seem like much at the time, but, you know, it gives you a psychological lift, and you know that you're starting to swing the bat great.
He was. So's this guy. How good has Guillen been?
I think we're finding another superstar in baseball, Carl. His name's Carlos Guillen.
2-0 Tigers after 1, thanks to that double that played to Ordonez. All right, here's Kenny Rogers, top of the 2nd. His hand appears to be cleaner than it was after the 1st. Much more on the hand shortly. Yadier Molina, left center, caught. Rogers still effective. Now bottom 4, Weaver in trouble. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The guy that the Tigers and their fans want up is Polanco. Can't deliver. He really hasn't gotten started yet, has he?
Well, they've been jamming him the entire series, coming up and in. Polanco can't catch up to it.
All right, to the 5th. Cardinals still down 2-0. Preston Wilson up with 1 on. This one goes to the right center field gap. Curtis Granderson got it. Great running catch. No one roams center like he does here.
Well, we talked about it earlier, Carl, about the way that the wind was blowing and any fly ball was going to be an adventure. Great play by Granderson.
The Mayor delivers a big hit. Makes it a 3-0 Tiger advantage as Guillen was on 3rd. Now Rogers cruising 1 out, 1 on. Albert hit a screaming liner to left that stays in the park.
He got away with one there. I tell you what, Albert just didn't get enough lift.
Down goes Rowland. 21 straight scoreless postseason innings this year. Rogers still mowing him down. Wilson to short. 22 straight scoreless postseason innings. Tied 4th all time. Now we'll go to the 8th. Same score, 1 on, 1 out. Eckstein is up. Rogers, like Polanco, Eckstein hasn't got going. 0 for 9. 8 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and 23 straight scoreless postseason innings this year. The record is 27. To the 9th, it all falls apart for Detroit. What happened to Todd Jones?
He's not Kenny Rogers.
Edmonds represents the tying run. Sawed-off shotgun. This finds turf. Cardinals. They break through. They're on the board. And there are 2 on, and Preston Wilson's the potential go-ahead run. Look out.
Oh.
Drilled him. They're loaded. Yadier Molina's up. We got Duncan on the bench. We're sticking with Yadier. He's been a hero this postseason. He grounds out to short, and the flip to second. Finally, see? I didn't pitch that bad. I made an error. I got a little bleeder. We win it. We deserve it. Rogers is outstanding. And just like that, for the first time since 03, we get a World Series that's tied 1-1 after 2 games. That was the Marlins-Yankees that ended up going 6 games, and Beckett beat the Yankees. They don't care about that. They care about this. It's 3-1 final score. Tigers over the Cardinals. The story of the game, the story for the next 48 hours will be the pitcher, Kenny Rogers.
Kenny, this has been a remarkable run for you here in October. What's been the biggest reason for your success?
I think I just understand a little bit more about how to go out there and compete. I don't think I can do this all year long, but I'm using the energy and the emotions, and it's helping me. I may make a mistake a little bit once in a while in the strike zone, but I think the effort and everything else is just, it's been more beneficial than it's been a distraction. So I'm ecstatic because I know this is a huge win for us, and we needed it badly because St. Louis is not going to give us anything. They're a fantastic team, and I wanted to pitch well for these fans here, and my mom and dad are here, my friends, teammates, and last time I came, my dad and them came to the game. I didn't do too well in the World Series, so it's real nice to do it for them.
Can you tell us what it feels like to have 46,000 people chanting your name when you're out there on the mound?
There's not a greater feeling you can have as a player to be appreciated by your fans, and just that they appreciate you going out there and giving the effort. And I know that if I wouldn't have done as good, I know they'd have been behind me. And I appreciate that more than anything.
Great job tonight. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Kenny Rogers, his third start and his third win in the postseason for the Tigers. Back to you.
Hi, Dan Schulman. Thank you very much. He has been unbelievable. 7 2/3 against the Yankees, 7 1/3 against the A's, a full 8 in this game to start. He's scheduled to go again.
Clump of dirt, and I went and wiped it off after the first. I didn't know it was there until afterwards, and then they told me, and I was like, took it off, and then no big deal.
Did somebody complain, or did you
No, I just saw
do
it.
it on your own?
No, I saw it. I didn't know it was there until after the inning, and then went and took it off, and it was good.
So the umpires didn't mention it at all to you?
No.
There was no formal request made as far as Kenny Rogers being inspected. It was just detected that there was a noticeable dirt mark of some sort on his left hand, his pitching hand. And after the first inning, I believe it was, Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire, just asked Kenny to remove that dirt so that there wouldn't be any question as far as any controversy.
Well, unfortunately, there is a lot of controversy. Here's the Major League Baseball rule regarding any foreign substance. The pitcher shall not have on his person or in his possession any foreign substance. For such infraction of this Section B, the penalty shall be immediate ejection from the game. In addition, the pitcher shall be suspended automatically for 10 games. This is not the first time that a substance or dirt has appeared in the same spot on Kenny Rogers' pitching hand. ALDS Game 3, it's there. It's not nearly as noticeable, but it's there. And then the ALCS, there it is again in the very same spot, and more noticeable than it was in the Division Series. And of course, it brings us to Game 2 of the World Series, when again, it is very evident. Whatever the substance is, and you have to certainly believe the men involved that it has to do with just a clump of dirt in his hand, it certainly causes a great deal of controversy and consternation, and it was confirmed. I mentioned that to television back in 1947. Dave Duncan, one of the pitching coaches, or the pitching coach for St. Louis, said, yes, some of our players or someone on the staff saw it on television, came down and brought it to our attention, and then it became a big discussion. Alfonso Marquez is the home plate umpire. Other people got involved. All right, let's go over this whole incident. What do you